Behind me is an asphalt plant where stone, sand, and recycled products are combined with liquid asphalt to make a pavement material.
It all starts at the stockpiles. Each pile consists of a different aggregate ranging from coarser stone down to finer sands. A loader operator hauls stone from the piles to cold feed bins. Each bin holds a different size aggregate. A conveyor running below the bins feeds aggregates into the asphalt plant. The plant operator, working in an on-site control room, can adjust how much of each aggregate size is used in the mix. Usually, the aggregate enters a large rotating drum with a gas-powered burner flame on one end. The aggregate is completely dried by the burner. Once that happens, liquid asphalt is pumped from the heated storage tanks and added to the drum, where the rotation mixes it with the aggregates. A continuous plant, or drum plant, uses a drum to dry and also mix the liquid binder and aggregates together. It is the most common type of plant used in the United States. A batch plant also uses a drum to dry the aggregates, but then sends the dried material to a large batch tower, and then to a mixing chamber where the liquid binder and aggregates are combined. Once the asphalt is mixed thoroughly and heated, it is sent up to storage silos. Some silos are only designed to hold material for a short period of time. Other silos are heated and can store mixes for several days. Some plants will use more silos depending upon the number of different mix types needed. Beneath the silos is the loading area. Dump trucks will receive material and then haul it to the paving site. A weight scale is usually located on the loading ramp in order to discharge the correct amount of mix for usage. Once the truck is loaded, the driver is given the signal to transport the asphalt mix to where it's needed.
Next you will see the real DM50s, several of them from different sites in India. DM50 is an Indian model made by Apollo. In the short while it comes and mixes together the 500-degree stones and the heated bitumen. All the outgassing of the bitumen happens right there, pretty much right there. And not all can be captured, that's a fact. And that's why you call it the fugitive gases. They are escaping gases. There's no way you can capture them. And it keeps giving out the gases right as the bed goes up the belt and into the truck, and until the truck moves away. It keeps giving it out in that area. It's all the outside. In this case, we can see the wet scrubber working. It's visible, so we can see it. And that explains something in comparison. Later you will see. Yet another plant. See, by looking at different videos, you can get different aspects of it, although in some cases they have missed this and that. That's why I had to take 3 different, but the same machine, same type of machine. In all the cases, you must understand, this is all in remote locations, and even in India, far away from homes. You can't even see a home or a building nearby. After you've seen all three of them and the first explanation from as compared to the US plant, then you will understand why in all these cases, even the US plant, every one of them is installed in very remote locations. And that is the key point we should not forget, which is a violation in our area. I am sample viewing at least 3 plants in 3 different locations. I do not know whether the Kutikad plants will have all these features, but I see most of these. I'm making sense out of it from these videos. Hope you can do that too. And if you update me with proper videos and pictures of the real plant, I can do better. The wet scrubber is not working very well, or something else is not working well. Back filters are not good. Something is all wrong. That is obvious, and you guess, how do I know? I can't even smell this video. Nobody can. So how do we tell? There are telltale signs. See whether you can find them. I would have to say that the controls and all that is very simple. Though it is not a fast-moving operation, it's a one step at a time. Very simple, very rudimentary thing. If you had switches to replace all that and just feedback, you can manually operate each of those functions. It's not that complex. So ഈ computerized operation എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ it is just to get you all worked up and think that it's some big deal. It's not. So that is one point. The second point is that you all need to observe. Why did I compare 2 or 3 real DM50 and to see the different status of those things, and I noticed different behavior among them itself. I don't know how much of you will keenly look at it, but the first part of the US plant was just given so that you have a nice description. Nothing big deal. You heat up all the gravel and the stones and get rid of all the moisture, and then add medium and bitumen to it and mix it, by which time it is already hot, and you keep it hot because the stones are already extremely heated. So inside, and then it'll get mixed, and then they will have additives, lime and all that they will add. There will be other additives to keep it without hardening, to delay the hardening. So don't worry about all those things. Those are all simple things. But what you need to do is, first, emissions is the issue. That's all. And that the plants should not be in a residential area. That is very evident. And all the plants that we have seen is not in the residential area. There's a reason why I made this video. It is because we need to get a grasp of the whole thing, understand this one, so that I can relay this information in a video format, so that you can look at the machine, and then it will be a lot more easier to discuss, because I am not physically there and you folks are there. If you can capture some of the videos, I want to know whether it has similar parts to it. If it doesn't have similar parts to it, you see, for example, right from 2016 they have been talking about wet scrubbers. But if there is a wet scrubber operating properly, you should not have that kind of smell. The fact that it's not there is because it's not working very well, or it doesn't want to use it. Either one of the two. It is hard to maintain. I tell you, the wet scrubber is hard to maintain. That's why in one of those plants you see that it's not functioning. Technically the pool is there, everything is there, but from that emissions you can see it's not functioning. So those are the clues that you need to understand. The details of the pudding is in the eating, they say. So unless you know everything and put everything together, you don't have a good idea of all that.